Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a 9 of Wands. That is strength. That is an inner strength. That is resolve. I feel like you have just made a big promise to yourself or to someone else. I kind of feel like an oath has been taken here. Yeah, let's put this into some context. Let's see what this oath is all about. What this, maybe a resolution. Maybe this is, kind of a New Year's resolution, perhaps. Now there is a Princess of Wands. Interesting. Okay. All right. 3 of Wands. The Sun card. Okay. And the Magician. And the Knight of Wands. A lot of fiery energy here. Even that Sun is some fiery energy. And the Magician card is kind of directing all of this fire. I wonder if you made an oath to yourself, a promise to yourself to to do new things, to try to learn something new every day, do something new every day, have more unique experiences, be more self-directed, more self-possessed, and go your way and do what you like to do, right? Push your limits, push your boundaries, seek out the new and novel experiences of life, to really challenge yourself, right? To do things that maybe have frightened you, yeah? There's the 8 of, there's the Tower, there's the, see? And the Hanged Man. Yeah, I think that what's going on here is that you are believing in yourself. That you are saying, far too long have I put myself on hold. Far too long have I denied myself the experience of myself, the experience of life. So we have all of this fire energy, which says that you are every day you're trying to do something new and novel, right? Every day you're trying to push boundaries, push the envelope, challenge yourself, grow and expand in your confidence. It could be that you kind of have your own bucket list and you say, it's finally time that I start writing stuff down on this list and doing those things, And I think that's what this Magician is all about, kind of always being ready for a new adventure or a new challenge. And it's it almost feels like a game show to me, because I feel like every day, every episode is like a new kind of crazy challenge that you have to do, a new kind of stunt or a new activity, doing something that you've never done before and having those experiences as often as you can. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is going to be one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. Let's see here. I'm going to shuffle it pretty good. All right, there we go. We're going to take one card, putting it over here, putting Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. Happy little Bob. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will give us the confirmation we need and tie everything together. If any point during the show you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group interactive exercise of intuition. Okay? Let's take a look around the room first. We've got major, 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 major. And these major arcana are really like strong. Right? Very, very strong. The Sun card, the Tower card. We've got the Magician and we've got the Hanged Man as well. And the Hanged Man is really an interesting card to have at the end. It's not really what I would have expected, right? Because it's kind of a surrendering. It's kind of maybe that's the repose at the end of the day, right? Maybe that you are filling your life with so much new and novel activities and experiences. Every day is a new experience, right? That at the end of the day, you're sleeping like a baby. Maybe that's the Hanged Man. We'll see. We got a lot of fire. Fire, 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 fire. Even the Tower and the Sun are very fiery energies. Somebody in your life had a leg injury? Maybe you had the leg injury? I feel like there's recently a recovery from some sort of a mechanical injury, right? Leg, knee, foot, hip, or something. Something with the leg, that there was a limp for a while. Spirit's kind of showing me someone that's limping around, but it starts to get easier, and pretty soon they work up into a run. I think that's related to this Sun card back here. I think you recovered from something mechanical. And maybe this was kind of what sparked this. Maybe this was like, that's it. I'm not putting myself on hold anymore. Maybe we feel lucky that we recovered from this, and we can run and jump and play still. So we're just like, I'm not taking myself for granted anymore. I'm not taking my time here on this plane for granted anymore. Okay. So I feel like there is, there's that renewed confidence. And, I feel with the Tower card in the environment here, that it's going to rub some people the wrong way. All right. And I don't think that really, matters that much. And what I mean is, there are people that like you the way you were. And that's just tough beans, because this is your life, and this is now your time. You've been inspired to take action, to take control, to make changes in your life, to seek out new and novel experiences, to make every day the kind of last day, right? And I think other people might find that a little disruptive because they have kind of come to count on you being a certain way, okay? What we have to try to do, because the Tower is in the position of the environment, is that, of course, we want to try to minimize the collateral damage in our lives. Every choice you make is going to ripple out and affect, everything. It's going to affect, the other side of the world, but more intensely will it affect those people that are closest to you, right? It's kind of, it's proportional, right? The closer it is, the stronger it is. As it kind of goes out, it loses force, right? We see a couple of things. The Princess of Wands. That is sometimes a little bit of inconsiderate energy. That's kind of like someone... Well, now Spirit's showing me a gas tank on empty. Did you recently run out of gas somewhere, or you were with somebody and you guys ran out of gas? I feel like there's somebody here, and it's kind of this Princess of Wands energy, that the gas light comes on, the needle's down on E, and we just keep going. Let's see how far we can go, right? Let's go a little bit further. And it's that kind of not really reckless behavior, but kind of impulsive. And that's kind of, I think, what other people might be kind of seeing, that, something's changed with Cancer now, and they're just making all these weird choices and weird decisions, and they're going off and they're skydiving, or they're climbing mountains, or they're scuba diving suddenly, or they're just doing all these, weird, maybe you're finally getting up and doing the karaoke. Do you sing karaoke? I see you on stage, Spirit's showing me someone on stage, really embarrassing themselves with the microphone. And I don't know if it's you. I don't know if that's the kind of, if that is meant to be a symbol of this attitude now, where it's just I'm going to live my life. I don't care if I look silly. I don't care if other people are embarrassed by me. I don't care if other people like me the way I was, or if I'm making their life inconvenient. I'm going to do me, right? Let's be careful with that. We've got a Three of Wands down here. We have to understand the ecology of things. We have to know that what we do does affect other people. I'm not saying don't do it. Just keep in mind that we don't want to intentionally disrupt everyone's life, right? The people that care about us and us them. So the Three of Wands down at the bottom here, this tells me that you know that, right? I don't really have to say this to you, but I am anyway because the card's here. We have to know how our behavior affects others, okay? Doesn't mean don't do it. Maybe do it with a little bit more maturity. See, we've got the Princess of Wands, then we've got the Knight of Wands. So I kind of feel like there is this kind of a maturing of that energy, that we're not 5 years old. We're not just going to allow every single impulse that we have to break through into behavior, right? Which is what the fire and the earth in this card really talks about. The Princess of Wands is earth and fire. This is a card that allows every impulse through. Every fire gets to earth, right? Every impulse becomes a behavior. And this is usually the magic that we talk about on this channel. You've heard me talk about fire and earth every day. Fire and earth, that's all I talk about. Sometimes we need something in between. Sometimes we have to have a little bit of air or water to stop that flow. Not every impulse we have needs to become a behavior, right? Not everything needs to manifest. And I think that's a good reason for us to have the Magician up here, but to have this Eight of Swords too, because it's kind of like, okay, well, I have these impulses and I want to do these things in this certain way, but I know I have to kind of think about it first and be considerate and try to do it in a way that minimizes that collateral damage, you know. But the Magician up here, this is that person on stage. This is kind of you always seeking for something new to do, for the next experience. You're going out on stage every night doing something different. You know, you're really pushing yourself in that way, right? This is also the card, though, that can control all of these elements. It's the Magician. The Magician has the power over the 4 elements. Primarily this fire energy, which is really burning very, very hot and bright in you right now. So this is the energy that can kind of keep that in check, keep that focused, right? And apply this energy to things that are meaningful to you. Not just random, haphazard, I want to do as much as I can, like we're just, like we're just literally like on fire, you know. What do they call it? A Roman candle or something. We want to focus it. We want to direct it in a way that really is going to make a difference for our lives and for our future. I think that's maturity. You know, we have all of this creative energy, all of this really active vitality. We want to do a million things. Then I think as we mature, we start to focus it. We start to we're able to tune a little bit of this fire energy and have a particular direction. See, now we've got horse and rider going in the same direction here, going in a chosen direction, carrying the magic wand. There is intentionality behind all of this fire energy. Okay, there is intentionality. Now Spirit's telling me to mention the ring. I don't know if you're wearing a ring or you still have a ring that belongs to someone else, not your spouse. It's a ring that maybe is from someone from your past. Maybe it's from a family member that has passed, but it's maybe it's an heirloom. I feel like it's something that it's kind of secret. It's kind of stuffed away somewhere, but it's a ring. Sometimes these details come in just to try to connect with certain individuals that are watching. It's a way of validating and confirming the energies and offering some synchronicities, okay? If these details aren't meant for you, don't worry about it. Leave them for the next person, you know? But something about that ring, it's like a secret ring or something. Anyway, let's go to the Ten of Wands up here, because that I think is important too. We have all this fire here, but then the worry, the concern, the obstacle here is really like burnout. This is really like just exhausting our energy and kind of being back in the same position. Now, what I said at the beginning was this was something that your days are going to be so packed full of activities that you're going to sleep really well, right? At the end of the night, at the end of the day. And that's what I see here too. The energy is being exhausted, and then here you are resting, recuperating. You're going to sleep really, really good at night. You're going to sleep soundly like a baby, like there's nothing bothering you, right? The other thing I'm feeling now, if we are looking at this Sun card as the recovery from a mechanical injury, burning the candle at both ends as we are is potentially opening you up to another injury. Okay, that we exhaust our vitality, we get so worn out, we end up injuring ourselves again. Sometimes the Hanged Man represents not so much an injury, but an illness. That maybe we recovered from a mechanical injury, and we just went full bore, pedal to the metal with life. Maybe we're running ourselves down, running ourselves a little bit too ragged, opening up ourselves to now an illness. Okay. So I think the message there is to be careful, to make sure that you do kind of say, okay, I do what I want during the day, but I'm home by 10 and I'm in bed. No 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning kind of nights, right? Unless that's your thing. Obviously, use your judgment. That's what we've got here, the Eight of Swords. This is us trying to use our judgment. And a lot of the time we get kind of, we overthink it, we overanalyze things, we get confused, and we end up not doing anything. Yeah, we end up not really making any moves at all. So we need forethought, we need analysis, we need consideration, but we don't want to get stuck with these thoughts because we'll always find a reason not to do something. If we stay too long in this energy, we're not going to do anything. Okay, this is a snare. But this is also, it's necessary for us to kind of skirt this snare a little bit. Because we need to explore the effects of what we're doing, the consequences of what we're doing. But if that's all we think about, we're never going to do anything. Everything's going to have consequences, both good and bad. Right? Every chemical combination really produces like light and heat, right? Something like that. So it's kind of, it's inevitable, but we have to be able to judge and measure and discern, what we want to do, what our impulse is, and what the consequences are, both for ourselves and for our loved ones. But this is the only air energy that we have, is the Eight of Swords. Okay. I also wonder if there's like a group of people that you're kind of, that you're getting involved with. Like if you have like this certain group of friends that they're the kind of the friends that you go out with, and then you have another set of friends that those are the ones that are, you don't go out with, that maybe they're the ones that are home in bed by 8 o'clock. And then there are the other friends that are out till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, right? And so it feels like there is kind of an influence from both sides there. I want to look at the mystery card, though. I'm really, really curious about this. Are we going to get more fire? Are we going to get the Empress energy? That would be fantastic right now to get the Empress. What else could we possibly have here? Who is the one that collects dolls? Do you collect porcelain dolls or something? Or someone in your family does. Someone broke one but never told anyone? I don't know if that's ringing a bell, but I'm seeing one that falls, it gets cracked, and then it gets kind of put back behind the other ones, and it's like no one ever knew, right? Anyway, mystery card. Maybe we need some water to cool things off. Yeah, maybe we need the Empress. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we have. All right, let's do it. A 9 of Cups. Yeah, that's the water to cool everything off. What you're doing is absolutely right. Okay? You're going to love it. It is going to be good for you. It is going to lead to happiness and bliss and pleasure until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it's when you got to stop, right? Because this is the 9 of Cups. This is you pursuing your happiness, following your bliss, living a life in such a way that you're fulfilling yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, creatively. Okay? So through all these activities, all of these kind of new experiences and these novel places and things and, karaoke and mountain climbing and all these kind of things that you're doing, as long as you feel that it is fulfilling you in some way, that it is a part of, that it's adding to the value of your life and not just because, right? If it's adding depth to your experience and value to your life, then it is right. But as soon as you stop feeling that, as soon as this is no longer making you feel good or happy or fulfilled or like, that your life is rich in meaning, then we have to rethink it. Okay? But until then, carte blanche, really. I think Spirit is in you. I think this is where that comes from. I think you are enthusiastic. You are filled with the Holy Spirit. Yeah. And we just have to be aware of that and make sure that we do our due diligence with ourselves, check in with ourselves, check in with Spirit, and make sure that this is still something that is adding value and riches to our life and not just like wearing us out, right? And make sure that this is not just surface level desires that we're gratifying, that this is something deeper, But I think this is really, really great energy. I think it's creative energy. I think this is the energy for all sorts of new experiences. Like anything. I can't even think of examples. It's anything. Anything that you've never done before. Yeah. Seems like it's going to be pretty wild. I'm excited for you. We're going to do an extended reading, though, too. If you want to stick around, click on the link that is either above or below in the video description. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I'm here every single day. Come on back, see me tomorrow. Let me know how all this is going. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Yeah. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.